This is longest shift. They should have blown horn by now, yes? Don't you think? Maybe he fell asleep. I know it does not matter to you. You are stuck here. But I want to go home and eat. Maybe I want to be here even less than you. Well, probably not. I am Nekrasha. Ah, yes. Shekels. Those do not look very comfortable. What is your name?
They don't tell you guys much, do they?
I know. You do not want to talk to me. I am keeping you here. I understand. I have idea. I take shackles off, you talk to me. Yes? I'm so bored.
Sure. I'll chat with you. Name's Calista, by the way.
This is not dream job. Lots of sitting around. And sometimes captives spit at me. Ugh.
How tragic.
Tell me, why are you here? Did you make trouble?
I don't know, depends on what you define as trouble. Seems like somebody in your town found out that I have a bounty on my head from the Order and called it in. I did not think they would find me out here.
There is no shame in making trouble. I like a little trouble. Is this first time behind bars for you? Or is this something you have done before?
Actual bars? Actual bars? No, I've not been... Well, not really, no. Unless you count some really wacky detentions.
And how is experience here? You have been here a few days, yes?
It sucks, actually. I didn't think it would take this long to either A, get out, or for B, for the Order to show up. I guess I'm not as high of a priority as I thought I would be.
I know, it is prison. It cannot be good experience. How is food? I wonder if they feed you same thing they feed me. Not very good.
Also bad, actually. If they feed you the same stuff they throw in here, you guys should, do something about that. I don't know... Do you guys have, a union you can talk to about that?
Does it bother you to sleep on floor? How is your back?
It used to be tough for me to sleep in places like this, but, I can really kind of pass out anywhere nowadays. That's another reason why I'm surprised it's been 3 days and I'm still here.
At least you have a little window for air. Cells without window, they smell very bad. Very bad.
Yeah, interesting they chose to put a window you can see out of in here. How high up did you say we were? I don't think you mentioned that.
What is worst part, you think, so far?
I don't know, that the Paladin Order that's out to get me is gonna show up eventually. They're probably stalling so that I get a taste of prison or some stupid bullshit like that.
Yes, that is not good. How will you get out then? Would you make escape or try to prove you are not guilty of crime?
Oh, I've already tried that whole I'm not guilty thing. It didn't work. It didn't work the first time. My party will eventually figure out what they're doing. Or I will figure it out myself, honestly. Waiting 3 days has been a little much.
Of course, why would you tell me this? I will not tell. No one listens to me anyway. If you do have trial, What will you tell them? How are you defending yourself?
I already tried that whole I'm not guilty thing, unfortunately. Apparently saying it was basically self-defense, or I didn't have full control over the situation, or I wasn't even technically awake when it happened. Doesn't really matter when you kill the head of a huge paladin order who also happens to be your dad. Even if they bring it back, it's still a big fucking deal, so.
Do you think you would be good at this? Do people believe you when you tell them things?
If I could talk to anybody who isn't in the paladin order or on their payroll, I probably could convince them. I hate giving this stupid sob story though. It doesn't really make me feel good. Unfortunately, the bounty is also pretty high that it can be hard to convince people, no matter how charismatic you are, not to turn you in for that kind of chunk of change.
I believe you. I think you are very persuasive. But I would not be judging you. Really though. Do you make crimes sometimes?
I don't know. It depends on what you count as crimes, you know. Adventurers do morally dubious things all the time. It just depends on what lens you're looking at things. You know, we could be saving a town from an evil company that's bleeding them dry, and to other people we're
I make crimes. I am not ashamed to say it. I do what I must do. Even I once killed someone. But don't worry, he deserved it. What is worst crime you have made?
I don't know, it might have been the aforementioned killing of the paladin leader. Then again, as I said before, I wasn't actually awake for that, so I don't know if I get to take credit for it. Or technically fleeing the scene of that is my fault, although I wasn't sure what else I was supposed to fucking do. I break and enter a little bit, mostly to find out information. I do steal a little bit. I steal a little. Important things, not like random fucking shit. Just information and the occasional things people probably shouldn't have anyway, or stuff like that.
What drives you to make these crimes, do you think?
Again, all this depends on what you count as crimes. Mostly for information. People conceal stuff. I try to find it. Being raised under the tenets of the Devotion Paladin really hammer into you not lying. But most people lie. And they lie about stuff that, they don't want people knowing. And sometimes it's nice to find that out and then either hang it above their head or, sell it to big time, or, sell it to big time journalists in Drakeswig. I like to divvy out my own bit of justice when people are doing things that directly hurt innocent people. And maybe that makes me a vigilante, like Zep says it does, but sometimes the higher powers of Ashland are wrong, and we need a little bit of change in the systems.
For me, it is rage. I have much anger inside about everything. Sometimes it simply comes out of me. But also, lots of things are against law. So many things. I wonder, who makes law and why? Not every time does against law mean wrong to do.
See, this is how I can tell that we're not in Ashland. Ashland, everyone says that it's lawless, but it's not technically lawless. It's just whoever's in power in that region get to dictate what happens, which sucks. Because the people who are in power in Ashland are all pretty much assholes. I'm trying to think of one that's not an asshole, and at least to us, everyone's been an asshole.
Here. Maybe you die here, do you think? It is possible. Some die. The sick ones, mostly. If you died here, who would miss you?
Well, hopefully my party, wherever they might be, or have been in the last 3 days. And probably a few of our other friends from school.
I would miss you. Little bit. You're a good talking partner. You are probably in the middle of doing things when you come here, yes? Important things. What would not be finished if you died here?
Oh boy, that's a question. I'm looking for somebody, and we're getting closer, so it would be very inconvenient to die now, considering that we've been getting closer. Also, we have a bunch of other stuff we're dealing with, you know, as a party. Technically, when this is all starting to happen, we were in the middle of a mission from Pearl Yield Adventuring Academy, which this, by the way, is interrupting, and I'm not sure how the school will feel about this. Not that I think they would do anything, apparently, even though I'm supposed to be under an order of protection or something. So good that did for me, but our party was involved with a lot of stuff that I hope they would do even if I wasn't there.
Unfinished business. They call it this, no? If you are ghost. If you become ghost, who do you haunt?
Seems like the easiest answer. I'd still be able to maybe help them. But I don't know, haunting my family. Even as a ghost, I don't want to be around them, so that's a no. So probably my party. Or I feel like Pennyworth would just be funny. Although I feel like he would just ignore me. Although it would be fun to just mess up things around campus all the time. I wonder if they have like an anti-ghost thing, because that place is definitely haunted. Too many people have died at Pearl Yield Academy for it not to be haunted. We should have seen a ghost by now.
You cannot haunt me. Even if you die here. I did not kill you, it would not be fair. I am not afraid of many things, but I am afraid of ghost. Weapon would go right through ghost. How do you kill them? They are already dead. I do not like that. It is probably best if you do not die.
Pretty sure, if I remember from class, you can kind of like bless them away. It's like a holy order, kind of like, does turn on death work on ghost? I should have paid attention more in that part of class. But I'm pretty, there's definitely a way to get rid of them. Like
I could let you out.
You should let me out.
Should I? Give me your pitch. Why should I unlock door?
Well, the paladin order that your head guard wants to turn me in to are a bunch of self-righteous jerks who aren't actually doing any good for anybody, and are my awful abusive parents. Not to put the sob story in there, but you know, it works sometimes. Specific reason why the bounty says wanted alive, because they want to separate me from my friends, to put it in the simplest terms. If you do let me out, I'll owe you a favor. I have friends in a lot of powerful places, and I might be able to get you, you know, something, maybe a better position than this. She seemed bored with it and doesn't seem to actually be, you know, I don't think your skills are used very well here, and I might, you know, be able to get you an inn somewhere else.
You're making good argument, actually. Ah, but that is the horn. Time to change shifts. At least make it look like you are wearing this, yes? Or I get in trouble. See you tomorrow, my friend.
What? Crasher, come on! Damn it. Are you guys outside yet? It looks like I've got a few minutes. The guard took off the anti-magic shackles. Oh, you just had a chat with her, that's all. Yeah, the window's up pretty high, but I should be able to at least sneak a little bit of a view out to Misty Step. Or technically you could just Misty Step over there, but outside, I would rather be outside than inside here, but I'll just, no. The magic shackles are off now. I will just Misty Step out. You know, Loyalty, I don't know if anybody in this town actually knows what's happening, because the guard took off the anti-magic shackles. Yeah, no, I was just chatting with her. She seemed cool though, so. You know, it's not my problem. They decided not to mention in the bounty that I'm a warlock who has the ability to just Misty Step out of situations. So I'm just gonna do that. I'll meet you guys outside.